Alright, so before I start today's video, I wanted to thank a couple of the subscribers from my mom's channel for sending me some stuff to work on my truck. Because actually, a subscriber sent me the rust converter and the chassis black and the chassis coat. And that's what kind of started this whole thing. And another subscriber sent me some valve stem caps. These ones are going on my truck. I don't know what I'm going to do with ducks, but some grenades. But I also had another subscriber send me a bullet antenna. So I just wanted to quick say thanks to all that support for you guys. And if you do want to help me build my truck up and modify it or whatever, I do have stuff on my mom's wish list. If you want, it's up to you, but just if you want to support this build or whatever. But it's up to you. I'm not saying to. I don't need stuff, but it does help because like that helped make this happen and make my truck nice, and I'm really grateful for that. So I just wanted to take a moment and say thanks. Alright, so the 48-hour time period cure time is up. So no progress report on what I've done is I've painted the hubs here, not the brake part, but I got the axle painted, the outsides where I didn't put rust converter. This is where the rust converter is, the gloss black's where the spray paint was, because that dried faster, but it's all nice and cured. I also got some rust reformer on the hubs. It's hard to see, but looking shiny now. Those are gonna get a coat of gloss black. And these need some gloss black on them too. Those are covered in rust converter. And then I gotta paint the brake mount hardware for the back. That's gonna get painted red. I don't know why I chose red, but whatever. The hitch is done. I got the brakes off for the front and the back. Yeah, same thing on this side. Nice satin black for a little bit longer. Then I'll be gloss like that. But none of you are probably wondering, but I'd have not painted the leaf springs because I will replace them eventually, because I want to get a 4-inch lift just to kind of take it off of the blocks that it's sitting on. So yeah, that'll eventually happen, but for now it's not going to get painted. So it says to use between 65 and 95 degrees. So 65. Nice. Air temp 64. Should be good, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll try it. Just got a coat on this side. Didn't really film it because I'm bad at this, and this is my first time, but they say to do 2 coats, but I might just do 1 because I think I'm gonna have enough to do 2. But it's a pretty thick coat, so should be enough. But yeah, nice and shiny. It's definitely easy to apply, that's for sure. It's nice, but it's hard to get on all the crooks and crannies, and it's quite a bit of overspray. But it turned out pretty nice, pretty much almost used. Well, actually no, I didn't use that much. Maybe I will be able to do a second coat. I don't know. But yeah, this is what it looks like before, and that's after. It's gotta dry, but that's the start. I'll get this side done and see how much I got left over and see if I got enough to do a light second coat or something. I don't know. See you once. Alright, got both coats on the frame rails. Haven't done the cross members yet, but I'll do that after I get the second coat on. But it's looking pretty good. I consolidated everything that didn't get used and I put it back in the can and hardly even used any, so I should have enough to do 2 coats and the cross members. Should. There you have it. The frame rails have 2 coats and the cross members just have 1. I had enough to do the inside of the frame rails as well, so 1 quart actually goes quite a long ways for this. But it's looking good. It's got a 5-day full cure time. But what I ended up missing will probably get hit with the coat of the Rust-Oleum. But yeah. I got the diff cover painted. That was painted all with Rust-Oleum. Same with the two drive shafts. But alright, so now that the frame's painted and everything, I'm gonna start working on the bed. You gotta get all the rust junk off. That's what you want to call it. Try to make this bed look as rust free as possible. Underneath at least. The bed sides I won't worry about yet, but they'll get done eventually. yeah, it's pretty nasty up in there. But I got parts coming for it. It should be here today. I got new rails and a floor piece to kind of patch some of the rust, holes, yeah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, get it cleaned up and go from there. Alright, so my bed struts thingamabobs came in. So they're looking a lot better than the old ones, that's for sure. And I took off all the unneeded plastic chunks. This goes in wheel wells and stuff. I wish I could replace this, but I might see if I can make one. Otherwise I'll probably just clean it up. Gotta cut the old ones off and weld these new ones back in. I got a little piece of floor here. Thought it was bigger, but it's not. And I have an extra bed rail. I don't know, I think that's for a long bed, but yeah, I might return this. Just because it's not gonna cover hardly any of my bed. And I gotta do this area, that area, that area, that, and up there. So I gotta get done. So I might return that, see if I can find like a bigger piece. I don't know. I'll cut all the bad parts out and see what I need, but yeah. That's how far that's gotten so far. Bed rails are off, and yeah, it's looking pretty bad. There's a gap there, that might just be original. Hole, yada yada. Worked on patching that hole up, but kept making it bigger and bigger, but we ain't got a MIG welder, so it's a pain in the butt. It's pretty bad, especially all up there. That's all rotted out. Yeah, some of these holes, like this one and that one, were from me taking the rail off, but I had to just patch them up. But as far as I gotten, it's pretty bad. Probably gonna end up just doing the rails and then finding a new bed, because this is bad. And I don't really want to spend the money to fix it, because it's going to take a lot of work. But I'll do what I can and go from there. Haven't gotten too much video, but got the, what are they called? Struts? No, bed rails, that's what I'll call them. They are screwed in, as you can see. They're just bolted in. This metal is way too thin to weld. It's so thin. I could not. We have a stick welder, so it does not weld thin metal. If I had a MIG welder, I would have used that, but I don't know. They're all screwed in. I got some patch panels here and there, and there, and there. Those are also just screwed in. It's got a coat of the rust reformer on it, and kind of the bare metal areas. And I've covered all the scratch marks and rust marks, and you can see there, you see some rust holes. Same here. It's looking better. Got a rust hole there. Goes all the way up there. This is a little piece of red to see how it matched. It doesn't. That's bad. It doesn't match at all. But what I think I'm gonna do is I might see about like taking a black stripe and going across and maybe around the wheel well. I don't know. Either that or just go yoink and then yoink. Not too much, just a little bit. It all depends on like where all the black is and stuff. But I'll probably just end up like cutting it in half from like this line. So probably about right here. And then just make that black on both sides. See how that looks. I gotta work on the bumper some too, because that's pretty bad, but I don't know. Eventually I want to see about getting a new bed. Eventually. This has actually got some diesel mixed with oil on it, so that's what I did there. That's got that, and that's got that. I didn't do it there. Probably should have. But I did it before I laid the rail down on these two. Pretty sturdy for being bolted. But I can flip it up and show you all the other side. Once again, just painted around the bare edges. I might cover the green, I don't know, probably not on this side. I'm gonna throw the bed liner back on. So I might paint that and that so you don't see it, but still got some rust holes there, here, here, but some down there and there. Better than it was, but throw it back on the truck and see what's from there. Got the bed out of the new shop, hooked up to the loader tractor, gonna put it back on the truck. So with the two-tone, kinda, sort of. Oh no, here comes the dog. Hello, Mabel. Hey. Hello. I had some orange peel right there, so I had to sand that off. And I had a run right there, but I decided to kind of have like a black and then have a stripe of black instead of just black. I might offset it a little bit, but I got some overspray that I'm gonna have to take off. There's a lot here, but see what's about that. I haven't done this side yet, it's still just that. Get her set on the truck and then figure out from there. But yeah, don't mind my sweatshirt. Alright, bring the truck around. Alright, bed's set in there. I got all the bolts on. Might have to shove the bed ahead because decent little gap there. Otherwise, yeah, it's all set. Just gotta tighten these down, center the bed a little bit, and should be good to go. Cleaned it back up again and recoated it. And once again, this little piece right here don't know if you can see that orange peeled, so I'll have to sandpaper that back off, but yeah. Everything else so far hasn't orange peeled. But yeah. It's gonna be a little two-tone. Probably gonna be the most ugliest thing ever, but it's either that or rust. So grab some tape and do this side. Bring it back once I'm done. Got both sides painted now. Gonna come back in maybe 30 minutes and see if there's any orange peeling. That looks fine. This looks fine. Probably could go over it with another coat though, because there's still scratch marks from the sandpaper. There's a little piece of orange peel right there that I gotta sand off though. Come back and look at the other side in about probably 30 minutes. I don't know. See once. This side almost looks like orange peel, but I don't know. Let's see once. I don't know fully what causes orange peel in order to stop it, but so far it looks good. It's nice and shiny. But, yeah. Probably could paint the inside of the wheel wells. I don't know. I don't know if I want to or not. Bed's bolted on, all but that one up there, because, well, I didn't really pay too much attention to when I was putting that one rail on. Let's see if I can show. But probably can't see that, but it don't line up with the nut on the underneath. But gotta hook up the fuel rail. No, that's fuel neck. I got it tighten the hitch. It's just finger tight right now. Some new stainless bolts, washers on both sides, so I don't scratch the paint. But yeah, and then I gotta do some bumper work, and then throw the tailgate back on, and the bed liner. But should be done in a couple days. Still want to paint the front axle. I've been waiting for the paint to cure, so I haven't been able to. I don't know. Should I? Probably will. It would look nicer. I still have some rust converter left, so I might power wash it and then throw some rust converter and some Rust-Oleum. But I think that's all for this episode video. So far, that's how far I've gotten. But yeah. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Stay tuned for another one.